Saturday. That was when he looked into my eyes and said, "Dear daughter, you are destined for greatness, and I'm not going to allow you to waste it in the village." Hence, he brought me here for better education at the age of 5. It wasn't easy for me because I didn't know how to speak English or fancy to catch up in class. My friends mocked me, laughed at me for not being able to speak English. I cried every night to my father that I didn't like the way my friends were laughing at me. My father helped me by teaching me every night after school so that I'll be able to catch up with my friends. Within 3 weeks, I was named one of the best students in the class. My smartness attracted the attention of our CEO. My school, Ejiba International School, which most of you have heard of. She paid my fees, bought me books, and bought me everything a child would need to study. My father became proud of me, and I even became prouder. The smiles on his face even pushed me to work harder. But that was when the unfortunate started to set in. He became seriously ill that he had to resign from work. He told us he was sending us back to the village. I cried that night and asked him, "Daddy, you promised us good education. Why are you sending us back now?" He said, "Dear daughter, I would have let you stay if we were from here." I think that was when God said, "Nyamike, I am not done with your daughter yet." That was when he sent an angel into my life. Madame Juliana Nyanzu, a single mother with 3 kids that did not even bother to add another man's responsibility to hers. She took care of me for 11 good years. I thought that was the end to my sad story, but the unfortunate kept on coming. During my high school time, she started having financial issues. Now I had to turn to my parents. But my parents were even facing worse financial issues that they couldn't even provide my basic needs. I was devastated. Wanted so many ways to get money because as a visual student, you needed to do your practical work for exams and class assignments. I was trying to find ways to get money. That was when a lesbianism court came to me. The money she was holding in her hand, if you were to be you, you would have taken it at that right spot. She asked me, she told me she would give me the money if I agreed to join their court. At that moment, I didn't even think twice. I stretched out my hand to take the money when I heard a voice saying, "Wait!" I paused and told her I was going to think about it and reply her later. That was when I went down on my knees and prayed to God for an answer. Then I heard a voice in my head saying, "Great, you are smarter than this. Great, you are stronger than this. Great, you are greater than this. That is why your father named you great." I now went back to her and denied the offer. Do you know what she told me? She told me that I would starve to death and be a nobody. I made her see the strong side of me and told her that I would rather starve than involve myself in a lesbianism cult. Even though I portrayed to be strong, but the words she said pierced into my heart. I went back to my bed and started crying to God. That, why me? Why do I have to face all this? Then it dawned on me that, Jennifer, you are skilled. You have skills at your hand. You can make dresses with your hands. That was when I started crocheting and selling to my friends to fend for myself in high school. Daddy, my teacher, my best friend, my advisor, my supervisor, you promised to be with me on this journey. We both made decisions together. But he chose to leave me halfway. I turned to my left, I can't find my father. I turned to my right, I can't see my father. I don't know who to even read my scripts to, because he was the one I was reading my scripts to for him to make corrections for me. But always he told me, Jennifer, one day if you don't on him and he will solve it for you. His words kept on ringing in my head. This was even a better excuse to quit on everything that I wanted to do. But because of his encouragement, I am the strong woman he built me to be today. I didn't let my emotions, depressions, anxieties bring me down, but rather push harder and work harder. This also goes to all of you. Do not let your emotions, friends, define who you are. Because you can do better when you set yourself to do. Daddy, I am still going to make you prouder. Even though you are gone, I will make you very proud, the best and happiest father you've ever been on this life. I am never and ever going to accept defeat. Going to work harder. Make sure that you become proud in your grave. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Nifa. Right. Mr. Jomek, your word, please.
Nifa, you've taken us to a particular realm. When given the chance, we don't want to go. I think what I want to say is this. You know, when you started saying your story.
Jomek, sorry. So I made a mistake. It's supposed to be Chelsea.
But I've started.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you started your story, and it was about the school and the occultism and all of that, what I was also expecting was I wanted to see how the challenges itself that came in the school, okay, how much significance it was to you with regards to how now you became a different person, regardless of everything else you went through in the school. So I was hoping to get more of that until I also experienced the side of your father inside. Because I know, even before you ended the story, that because your father is in, definitely it's going to end on a sad note, all right? So that I wasn't so much expecting, so that I get to see that significantly, this is what you went through school, this is what happened to you in school, and eventually now you've been able to be a stronger person, or now you've learned this, and you are embarking on something because of what you learned in school. So that was my expectation, which I was hoping to get more. Now, I must say something significant to me that I also loved, which is the fact that I will say that you're strong, and I said it to you, because the very day you experienced this sad event with your father's passing, you were still here on the stage performing. I mean, the day of the funeral too, you were here. You didn't stay because it was Sunday, so the funeral was Saturday. But on the Sunday, you were there here on stage. And I'm like, how are you doing this? So then boils down to how creatively you're able to tell the story. Like, it's about boldness, not letting your situation pull you down, not letting your emotions. And for me, that is where I'm like, aha. Then you've been very smart and very creative in being able to give such a story. So for that matter, I think you've done an incredible job tapping into your story. But I want to advise you do this again because, well, yeah, but you are strong. You're strong. I think that's what I want to say.
Thank you very much. Give it up for Nifa. Chelsea, you have something to say?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Nifa, I have to admit that I like your tonation. You knew when to, bring in the masculinity and also when to tone it down. It was so beautiful listening to you. Well done.
Well done. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nifa.